Hey kids, it's time for another episode of Stamp Your Stash. This is Stamp Your Stash number 10, and we are doing, today I'll be using the stamp set from 2000 called With Love Naturally. I don't think this is the whole set. I think I got rid of some of the stamps in this set, but I'm not sure. I looked up the stamp set on Pinterest and somewhere else and couldn't find it, so it remains a mystery what's supposed to be in there. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of coloring. I've pre-colored several so that you don't have to sit and endure me coloring a bunch of flowers in. I don't know if you like that or not, but let's get going. Let's see. I'm using my Catherine Puller Midnight Archival Premium Archival ink because it's embossable, and it's really, these Catherine Puller stamp ink pads are super juicy, and I really like that because it makes it easy to get a good impression and to get your embossing powder to stick. And I like to emboss most of my images and all of my sentiments because I think it looks more professional. I think it looks polished. And since I sell these cards, or I try to sell them anyway, you know, I don't need a million cards. And I really enjoy the satisfaction of providing a service for people, you know, who like to send beautiful handmade cards but don't have the time, energy, or whatever to make their own. So I like providing that service. It's really fulfilling for me. Plus, I think it brings joy to people. At least I know the customers I do have, it brings joy to them. So I am going to heat emboss this and try not to burn my fingers. So I'm gonna do one flower and then flip the paper around and do the other flower. Almost midnight here. I couldn't sleep, so when I can't sleep, I can make cards, and I'm at this point where I'm ready to show you all what I'm working on. This is a Mother's Day card, by the way. At least I categorize it as a Mother's Day card. It doesn't say Happy Mother's Day inside of it. It will say With Love inside of it. But it's a Mother's Day card nonetheless. That's what I'm making it for. And I have one sample already that I made with different colors. That will be in the thumbnail picture. I'm sure. I'm just cleaning off my stamp. Oh, I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Cleaning off my stamp as best I can. So, I have these pencils. They're watercolor pencils. And you color with them. And then you smooth out the coloring, for lack of a better description. You smooth out the coloring with water and blend it. You blend it with water. These are very old. I don't know where you can get them anymore. I'm sure places like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon sells watercolor pencils. These ones happen to be Stampin' Up because I discovered watercolor pencils from Stampin' Up 100 years ago. These are old. They're really old. And when up until a few years ago, I colored everything in using watercolor pencils because that's what I had. I didn't have any markers. I didn't have anything that looked good. And markers, if they're not alcohol ink markers, leave striations, for lack of a better description, on your artwork, and it just looks bad because it doesn't flow. So I had 2 of the entire pen sets of all the Stampin' Up colors. I had a new one and an old one, and I didn't use them very much, so I sold them. I didn't use them because the colors didn't blend well. Like I would color things in and there would be streak marks, and you know, I don't like that. I want it to be smooth. Smooth like a baby butt. Okay. I'm just coloring in the leaves in green. It takes some time for these to dry, and that's okay, but you want it to dry completely before you adhere any adhesive to the back of it, because the paper will peel. Paper is made in layers, and you'll lose layers, and the adhesive won't stick to the back of it. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that is the truth. So here's my watercolor pen with dirty ink color water. Usually I try to keep clean water in it, but I colored a bunch of these earlier and it got messy. So I'm just gonna drop a drop of water on here and paint my pansy. Pansy, pansy, pansy. Pansies are a winter flower, and they like the cold weather. I don't know if you knew that. So when you call somebody a pansy, you're actually complimenting them, because pansies are resilient. Bet you didn't know that. I don't know, or maybe you did. They're sure pretty. Okay, I'm going to clean off my brush. There we go. And now for the green. Health update. I had my PET scan, and I finally got to see the doctor, or talk to the doctor, and there's no evidence of cancer. There's no tumors, so that's good. I'm really grateful for that. I'm happy about it. But I'm having some pain still, so they're having me document my pain, and they're going to do some more tests. So that's where we're at with my health journey. I'm really happy with that. I just yesterday when my son that's been borrowing my car bought a truck, and as we were waiting for him to come pick the truck up, I had this panic attack. I don't even remember what I was about. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, okay. So there's those. It's relatively quick to color with watercolor pencils, and they dry pretty fast. So you can see on the back of it how wet it is. But we're just gonna. I could hit it with the heat emboss, but I'm not going to. Next thing we're gonna do is get out our handy dandy Stampin' score. I've got the lip. See, there's a lip and a smooth side. I've got the lip side up. I'm going to score my base, my card base. These are 8.5, so I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to flip it over and score it again, just because I'm bougie and like to do that. And, ooh, excuse me. That was rude. It slipped right out. There's one card base. And I'm going to do 2 cards. So here we go, 4 1/4. And flip it over and score it again, 4 1/4. And I am holding the folded side down on the scoreboard and lining up the corners, and then I'm going to pinch it like that and lay it down and fold my card, and that way the card is even and the corners are the same, and not, because sometimes you fold them and they're like this. I don't know if that shows, but they're now a perfect fold. It works almost every time. I'm not going to say every time, because finish that. I'm going to get my Catherine Pooler Midnight archival ink out. I've got this piece of paper. I'm going to do a little background. These are 2 stamps from the stamp set, a leaf and a little bee. And I think the bee is so cute. I don't want all bees though, I just want a few bees. And I'm just going to go around the outside because we're going to have a piece of paper on here. So we're just making a background. This is one of the best ways to make a background. You can do it, you can stamp off too, you know. I just want it dark. I want the leaves and the bees to be dark. I don't want to do this light nonsense. It's not nonsense, but yeah, I want it to be, that last one was only half a stamp. That's okay. It gives you some visual interest. My mouth is dry. I've been struggling with dry mouth a lot lately. I'm going to have to take a drink of water here in a second, because it's hard to talk with dry mouth. That my mom says dry mouth might be caused by my pain pills. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, one more. This the little bees. Bees are buzzing. I don't like bees in real life. Like, well, not that I don't like them. I don't want to be near bees in real life. They scare me. Because I got one year. Was my senior year of high school. Was it my senior year or my junior year? It was either my senior or junior year of high school. I got stung by hornets 5 separate occasions. And the time I remember most vividly, I was at a theater festival deal, and I had done my performance, and it was lunchtime, and we were all sitting out in the quad at the school we were at, enjoying our lunch, and somebody made me laugh, and I doubled over in laughter, and a hornet was in my lap, and I didn't know it. And when I doubled over in laughter, the hornet stung me several times. I don't remember if it was one hornet or several hornets, but I got like four hornet stings in that one experience. It was awful. Thank goodness I don't have an allergic reaction to those things. I just get, you know, a welt and pain, but I don't like go into anaphylactic shock or anything like that. My dad is super allergic to bees and he's supposed to carry an EpiPen, but he doesn't. And I'm like, Dad, why, if you know you're allergic to bees and that it will kill you if you get stung by a bee, do you not carry an EpiPen? And he says, because if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. So, yeah. Getting stung by hornets is not fun. Oh, that's not wet. I need a wet wipe to clean off my splat mat so I don't get... I see how nice that cleans up. This mat, I just love this. I don't know if it's silicone or I don't know what it's made out of, but it's heat resistant and everything wipes off of it. Just comes off so beautifully. It really is nice. I think before I'm going to ink the edges of all the I'm going to ink the edges of all the papers, but before I do that, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the inside of the card. And I generally don't stamp a sentiment on the inside of the card. I generally leave it blank, but I like this sentiment and I want to, so maybe I'll just do one. But it's this with love stamp. Let's see, I don't know where I want to put it. I don't know if I want to put it here or if I want to put it down in the corner. You know what, I'll do one in the corner. Oh, I like it in the corner. Okay. Here we go. With love. The paper's starting to curl, so I'm heating the back of it. When the paper starts to curl, you can heat the back of it and it will melt. And there we go. With love. I'm going to do the other one because I like it. I like it a lot. This is a perfect Mother's Day card to send to my husband's mother in Europe, but European Mother's Day is over. Or UK. In the UK, they celebrate Mother's Day at a different time. All the other holidays are at the same time, like Christmas and Thanksgiving. Well, not Thanksgiving, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but like Christmas and Father's Day, all the same day as here in the United States, but the UK Mother's Day is different. I don't know why. So, and her birthday is not until January, so okay. I keep this handy on my desk because I use it so frequently that I just keep it right here at the top of my workstation. I'm going to ink the edges, but I'm going to use a different kind of ink. I'm going to use my Memento ink pad because it is not as juicy as the... And I'm just going to ink one set of the card because I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I'm just going to very gently rub my ink pad along the edge of the paper. Try not to get ink all over my hands. I'm not very good at that part, not getting ink all over my hands. I think that when you ink the edges of paper, it just makes it look more polished. But I don't always like doing it. And sometimes I'll do it like in the color, like this color. I have the ink pad that's this color. That's another option to do the inking in the color of the paper. I could have also done the little bees and leaves in that color, but I chose to do black because I like the way it pops. So there's that. Alright, now I'm going to, I need that to dry for a minute. Let's see how our flowers are. They're still wet. That's okay, I pre-made a bunch. So we're going to go ahead and assemble this card. I'm almost up to my limit of time. So we need to finish this up. I need to make sure I do my bees the right direction. I don't want to put them on upside down. And center this as best I can. Okay. Not perfect, but not terrible. Not perfect, but not terrible. Nothing's perfect. Nothing is perfect. Things might seem perfect, but you know, it's okay to be in a world that's not perfect. And let's center this. See, look at that pop. I just love it. Now I'm going to take my Create a sticker. It's kind of a big thing. And I'm going to run a couple of these pansies that I previously made through the sticker machine. I'm going to do 4 of them because I'm making, and mine's broken. You're supposed to be able to tear it off, but my feed doesn't work properly, so I have to cut it off that way. But this is a great machine. I'll link it below. Even broken, I love it because it makes it so easy to adhere things. You know, these are now stickers. You just press and peel. And you can make anything flat that will fit through the machine. You can turn into a sticker. I haven't tried doing anything three-dimensional. Okay. There we go. There we go. I need my sticky scissors. I'm going to... Oh, I got two. I don't want two. I only want one. I'm going to put some mounting tape on the back of one of my pansies. I didn't turn this one into a sticker because I knew I was going to put mounting tape on the back of it. And we're going to stick that down on there just like that. And there you have it. There is a beautiful card. Okay, thanks a million for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Share. And as always, have a great day. Much love.